one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round one, game number one of Good as Gold number 56. I'm OrD, that's ORD. You can find me on Twitter at ORD_SC2. Also, that cool little flashy GIF down there that Ben Theck provided for me. It's down over there. You can find me all those places. Don't forget to follow, friend, all that. It really helps the tournament grow. With me today as my co-caster is LordFreiza. You can find him on youtube.com/FreizaStarcraft. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself? How are you doing?
I'm good. Anybody in the chat room, if you could just double check for me that all the sound is indeed good as we enter the game. And I'm going to let you take it away with the introduction, sir.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. We have spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ohana, it's Skypup, the red Protoss player. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, it's CDG Gumdrop, our orange Terran player. And we're looking forward to a fun little TVP matchup here.
I believe so. Really not too much going on right now. We do notice that Gumdrop is wearing that beautiful color orange. Yes, you really love it. And it's 0-0 right now. Obviously, ignore that little thing overhead. It is a best of one, as everything up to the semifinals and the finals are best of one. Our map right now being Ohana. And, well, not really too much notable happening right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard early game. Just throwing out supply depots and pylons. But I guess we'll get to see, when the gateways go down. Probably going to come down at this 13 supply mark right here, and there it goes. And up at the orange base, we do see him throwing down the first barracks.
Indeed, so nothing too out of the ordinary for either of our players. If anyone out there also wants to open another stream right now, may I suggest in the background while you watch and listen to us, you also throw on Live on 3 that has Sir Scoots, DJ Wheat, and Slasher. They do a lot of esports reporting stuff. They'll let you know everything that's happening. There's some cool stuff in the fighting game community coming up. Also, there's always cool StarCraft stuff that's about to happen. Today we had the TASL qualifiers, the final qualifiers rather, and we had Princess, who is also Czech 6 Major, losing to the Protoss player Gwyn, who I'm actually fairly unfamiliar with. Somebody told me that they're a Dutch player. Do you have any particular streamers that you like to watch, LordFreiza?
To be honest, not in particular. I always just try to follow what major tournaments are going on, and maybe my friends if they're streaming their ladder games and such, but that's just about it, to be honest. I did catch a bit of the TASL today, so that was pretty interesting. I did get to see General losing that best of 5 matchup. It was a pretty nice matchup series, though.
Who did General play? I didn't catch that one.
Wellmu, I think his name was.
That's who won. That's right, Wellmu.
Yep.
Wellmu. I don't know why I'm saying Gwyn. So we have the scout down here for Gumdrop from CDG, and apparently it's just going to be allowed to live. Zealot has no interest in killing it right now. Got the units killed tab open. Oh, the Probe and Zealot try, but they are too slow. The SCV will make it all the way back. It looks like the Probe staying down here. We may see an expansion coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That seems to be the new standard for the Protoss players, but we do see Gumdrop also going for a 1-Rex expand, throwing down, 3 bunkers behind that, so really going to be trying to fortify this, trying to be nice and safe. Not necessarily a bad decision, but do you think he may be overcommitted on barracks and bunkers this early? Because I feel like that's kind of a lot, and if he got the scout out on this 1-gate expand, there's no way he would know he wouldn't need this many.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that depends on when he came down here. I'm not sure. Let's double check. Yeah, he didn't see that the second gas had been taken, and he saw that the Cyber Core was already down and Chrono was being used on it, so I think he may have been expecting some type of 3-gate pressure at the very least. But totally agree with you that this is not very efficient. You can build 1 bunker for safety right now, because the only thing you have to worry about for about another minute in game is that Stalker Zealot poke, but 1 bunker with 2 Marines in it takes care of that, or just 5 Marines at the top of the ramp spread out. These 3 bunkers are extremely safe, but they also have delayed the 2nd and 3rd racks, and therefore delaying their attachments and therefore delaying stim. and therefore probably delaying the medevac. So it's all kind of a snowball effect that we get. We also see that he's not really saturating his expansion just yet, and he's not laying down another refinery. So I'm not really sure what his overall plans are.
Mm. Yeah, he's definitely got to transfer a lot of those SCVs down. He is pretty much fully saturated up in this main base. It's interesting that he really isn't putting any attachments on these barracks yet, but maybe this is some kind of very refined build I am not aware of. Back at our Protoss base, we do see him throwing down the Twilight Council and researching Charge, so we're going to be seeing some kind of Charge Lot push. It could still potentially be Charge Lot Archon, but that's not something we're going to see till much later into the game. I'm interested by this tech choice. I think it's probably going to be relatively effective because, I mean, a lot of players just generally aren't well apt to handling charge, but
It
I don't
can
know.
be really difficult, especially with heavy zealot pressure. Now we have a few sentries coming in, so Skypup is extremely safe. Interestingly, when you see a player do this, they'll normally also be throwing down at least one forge, so they get the +1 charge timing attack in. I'm not really sure what Skypup is aiming at. Eventually he may just be trying to be safe, yeah, and deciding that an early third expansion is what he's going to want, already taking out the rocks. Our Terran player doing nothing of the sort, just now finally having a second refinery, starting to add people and an engineering bay going down as well. Stim is his first research of choice. It's not too terrible at all. There's been no kind of aggression. What I don't like, there we go. Is he fixing it? Yes, he is. Good man. So this Marine is going to come out, hopefully control the Zelnaga, and hopefully another one is going to come out and try to control the other one, or at least explore and see what his opponent is doing. I don't like that Gumdrop hasn't scanned yet. The last time he knew anything about his opponent, he had a Cyber Core. And there's been a lot of changes that have happened since then. Charge is going to be an utter and complete surprise to him. That kind of timing, anywhere before the 10-minute mark is really unusual. And the composition that Gumdrop is going for so far is all Marine. Just Marine. He's adding on 3 more racks. He's getting this factory down with the reactor. There goes the starport. So he is going to get some Marine medevac at the very least. I'd love to see some Marauders added into that composition before too long, but he will have to start mining gas at a higher rate. There he goes, adding everybody in. The third base is down for Skypup.
Yeah, I mean, this is an extremely early expansion for Skypup, and it kind of concerns me a bit, considering at the rate now which Gumdrop's going to be creating an army. I mean, he looks like he's going straight into this production, not really taking another third, not even gearing up for it, going full on 4 gas geysers. And really, this scares me for Skypup because really he's not actively producing as much as he can be because he's taken this third base. So I think in retrospect, Gumdrop could go for some kind of a mid-game push and really take this game down. Right now, the army supply, well, if you look at the cost per army, it's just in favor of Gumdrop by a small margin, but I feel like that margin is going to gradually increase as Skypup tries to saturate this third base.
Yeah, definitely. And then having this set of 3 racks all with the tech lab on, so I think I might get my wish. Might see some Marauders being pumped out of there, or maybe some Ghosts even, which wouldn't be a terrible idea at all. Second engineering bay and armory going down. A little bit of a awkward timing with that as +1 is finished in. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Pretty much never queue upgrades. Just friendly tip for you guys. Upgrades take forever to do, and that's money that you could be spending doing many other things like making a Marauder or 2 or 3, for instance. This Marine is now aware that there was a push coming out. Let's see what kind of response that gets out of Gumdrop.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta mention that Gumdrop did throw down 2 CCs at the bottom of his base. He's producing that, and that's what I thought you were referring to when you said, ooh, I don't like this, because, like, I don't know, it seems kind of weird to be putting down 2 CCs at once right now, because, I mean, I guess maybe he thinks so, maybe his third's a little late or something like that, and he needs to compensate, but in reality, I think taking 2 is a step too far. Maybe taking 1, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I think he's got to push behind this, to be honest. Otherwise, he's going to be in some serious trouble.
Yeah, what I think he's planning to do here is he's sending the factory out first, and he's going to grab his whole army and try to do some aggression while he establishes both of those bases. And I like that as long as that's what happens. The reason why I don't mind the double command center going down is because he did get a full view of his opponent's army when he moved forward to the Zelnaga. And he's like, oh, well, I can handle that with my bunkers right now. And that's completely true. The most tech that his opponent has is charge. He doesn't have storm. He doesn't have colossi. And colossi against marines, I don't care how upgraded they are, they Colossi do a really good job. The double forge is finally completed. +1 will finish pretty soon, and the other forge hopefully will be utilized. What do we have? Ooh, Warp Prism.
Oh yeah, he's got a Warp Prism floating over here by the 4th, and that's going to be an interesting choice. I'm assuming he's going to kind of poke around, try and see when his opponent takes his 3rd and try and harass a bit. He's actually using it as a mobile pylon right now, picking a bunch of those Zealots up. It appears he's going to go drop some of those in the enemy's base right when Gumdrop appears to be moving out. That's going to be detrimental to Gumdrop's economy, and here goes the engagement. Ugh. At the same time, Templar Archive is being thrown down at Skypup's base, so he's definitely not going to have Storm in time, but he's going to have the High Templar tech if he can manage to last out this attack, and I think he's more than capable to do so with well-adapted force fields.
Oh, he doesn't know that the army is right here. Neither player actually aware that they're about to have this engagement. Now they probably both do. The scan goes down. Marines kind of looking like Zerglings on that pylon, and I really think Skypup's army is about to melt away into nothingness. Although those are some pretty decent force fields. The 1-1 upgrades plus the medevacs are huge in this combat. The sentry's already dying, so Skypup trading more efficiently than I thought he might be able to, considering only half of Gumdrop's force was really engaging that whole time. The rest taking pot shots at the Nexus. But now Skypup behind by 30 supply, and he did not use that Warp Prism, which is actually visible for Gumdrop. And he's got a whole little group patrolling back and forth, just waiting for when the attempt comes down for that. Oh! Right now we have Gumdrop sacrificing a little bit of his army, but he's also attacking from a 2nd position, and Skypup is on the ropes right now.
I think Skypup just not doing an effective job of using up his money. You can see he's got 3,000 banked up, 1,600 gas banked up, and really if he'd been able to use that effectively into an army, there's no doubt in my mind he could have at least came close to holding this off and been able to clean it up eventually, but because he hasn't been effectively macroing, I think this might be a GG.
Quite possibly. I don't know what's happening there. Uh-oh. My hotkeys are all messed up? Oh well. So Gumdrop goes up on inside. Skypup's down at about 50 supply, and the Forge so close to completing 189 out of 190 on that upgrade. Just will never actually happen. And now the probe pull is occurring, and it looks like they were trying to repair the Colossi. This one Colossi actually will probably get several kills before it dies, especially with the probe buffer. Already 4, now 6, and now it's dead. So it kind of paid for itself. So an efficient Colossi usage there. We have GG from Skypup. Congratulations to Gumdrop on moving on to round number 2 of Good as Gold 56.